This has been a difficult, inspiring, and very painful journey for all of us. The residential school experience is clearly one of the darkest, most troubling chapters in our collective history. In the period from Confederation until the decision to close residential schools was taken in this country in 1969, Canada clearly participated in a period of cultural genocide. We heard of the effects of over 100 years of mistreatment of more than 150,000 First Nations, Inuit, and Métis children placed in these schools. Removed from their families and home communities, 7 generations of Aboriginal children were denied their identity. We heard how, separated from their language, their culture, their spiritual traditions, and their collective history, children became unable to answer questions as simple as, where do I come from? Where am I going? Why am I here? And who am I?
At least 3,200 students sent to residential schools never returned home. In almost 1/3 of those cases, the student's name wasn't even recorded. 1/4 of the time, the student's gender was not recorded. For almost half of the students who died, the cause of death was not recorded. The indignity of this, the utter sadness of this, the parental devastation of this, can you imagine? These deaths were in part the consequence of a lack of government funding, but mostly the causes of death found root in the same attitudes that enabled the schools to exist in the first place. A belief that Aboriginal peoples were inferior, a belief that they did not warrant investing in richly, a belief that their culture could and would be extinguished.
There was an attempt to destroy our culture. Our cultural events and ceremonies were prohibited. We were abused for using our own languages. But if we are to heal, we must return to spirituality. The 7 most powerful words that we learned from the survivors in our hearings: I'm sorry, I love you, thank you.
The sacred fire lit at sunrise a few days ago will be extinguished soon in the coming days, and now we must light a fire within ourselves, and we must let our conviction, our courage, our commitment, and our love keep this fire burning. As commissioners, we have described for you a mountain. We have shown you the path to the top. We call upon you to do the climbing. Miigwech.